Uh-oh. So here is an F-150 Lightning. Wow. Wait a second. Who has one of these? Who just got rid of this? So here's an F-150 Lightning, and we're thinking about it. Beautiful truck. I mean, actually, it is funny. You go from the silver to the black. Who the hell knows? You know me. Yeah, we'll see. Let's drive it. Test it out. You know, the only complaint out of this truck is it's just so big, and you feel it. But let's drive it again, and you know, what's there to lose? And it's a long shot. I mean, do I really give up my F250 for this? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Two trophies.
Well, right.
So,
one of the things for sure that it's so crazy, and I spent all this money putting electrical charging stations. Oh, wonder if this guy gave you the supercharger station supposed to come with this. You know, that gets delivered to his house.
gotta check the trunk.
So look at these guys here. This is a nice truck right here. Very nice. That's nice. But I'm at the Duramax guy. But here it is. I mean, this truck is damn nice. I mean, sincerely, yeah. I mean, even though I let mine go on the spur of the moment, but yes, this thing is so it is so wicked fast. Wow. Oh my goodness, the danger.
Here we go.
You know what I mean?
Here we go.
I mean, I'm the guy that's bad-mouthing electric vehicles because it's such an agenda that's such a false narrative. You know, but yet I'm the guy that's getting ready to do I get another electric vehicle? Oh my gosh. But you know what's crazy is, you know, supposedly, did I tell you a story about the guy that's selling these things in California for $1.50? I mean, have you heard those stories? They're supposedly, okay, down at Coons 24, another sales guy that I know really well, he claims there's some guy that got 7 F-150 Lightnings. And how he even pulled that off, he has no idea. Well, the guy's already sold 3 of them for 50 grand over what he paid for them. So 2 of them already paid for his one truck.
Wow.
And he has 4 more coming. So if that's factual, it's $350,000. I mean, so, oh my gosh. So for me, if you think it through, okay, you know, between you and me, I buy this. I still could go turn around, flip it, make 40, 50 grand.
The worst case, 20 grand.
If I send it to frickin' California.
Yeah, put it online to my.
Oh my gosh.
This truck is like crazy. Can't even get it like.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, they're all coming in as factory orders. That's it.
Say what now?
They're all coming in as factory orders, guys.
You mean
like
special
orders?
orders?
Special,
Yeah, you can't get them. You can't get them.
So,
Yep.
you can try this for 6 months and still turn around and make a profit. It's crazy.
Oh, jeez. Already, I can tell the gentleman that whoever had this, or just a dealership, well, first of all, it has 105 miles on it. All right, so now go to, it's not going to be there, it's going to be settings, under settings.
Right there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, well, go, you got to pull it up. Pull the screen further up.
It's on now.
Oh, there it is now. Okay, you got it. I love that one pedal driving. That's really nice. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm such a truck nut guy that, you know, does it make any sense? I mean, you think it through, does it make any sense I just gave up my special order truck just to turn around and get this? I mean, what did I accomplish out of that? I'm trying to think. Well, we got the Raptors. We got the F-150 Raptor truck out of that deal. And we got, oh no, we got the Heritage.
Heritage, right.
Yeah, so that was for the Heritage.
Right.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense.
Exactly.
Because that vehicle, I think, is going to make me $100,000.
At least. Before Ford says it's
but I think it's late fall or next spring for that would happen.
Right.
So
right now, you could probably go get you another Heritage, or get you another GT500 with your carbon.
I've already talked about that, but I hate this here. This seems way too All right, so does it make any sense? I mean, does this make any sense?
Yep.
Really? But you're the sales guy. So anybody watching my videos, be like, well, of course the sales guy doesn't say it makes sense. He wants to make another sale. But I mean, but for me,
if you didn't get the heritage, I would say no. But you still had to like it. The heritage thing was huge because it's going to bring back what you. It's going to give you 100 at least.
Right.
In the future.
Right.
Or possibly more. Whatever. The minimum 100 grand you have on the table right now.
Right.
So technically, you really lose anything.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, the reality
is, if you don't go out and get another heritage.
Yeah, I know. That's
or not a heritage, but a carbon fiber package.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's just a lot of money tied up for a lot of variables and challenging.
Heck, I might even go in half with you.
There you go.
Go get one, and we just. I got an LLC too.
There
Go get one, and then we'll just split the profits when time is right.
Yeah, I know. So what's your feelings? Does this make? I mean, would you part with that F250 trimmer for this?
What are you using now? The F250 trimmer for work?
I barely use it. I don't use it much. All I ever use it for is to tow a trailer.
So you got 2 tow vehicles, 2.
Yep.
All right, that's built for that. Get me the trimmer while it's hot. The Lightning's going to always be hot, right?
Oh, I could probably, in all sincereness, I could probably sell this and make another 20 grand, 30 grand off of it. Yeah, what people don't know is, I'm getting a pretty good number in this truck.
Right.
I'm not paying stupid numbers.
No. You're paying 100 grand, which is pretty good. So
as long as the market stays solid,
yeah,
it's not radical.
It will. Even if the gas right now is decent. It's what, three something, but
yeah,
360.
Well, yeah, right. The $3. Well,
still $5.
It's not. That's not what's driving it. What's driving it is the media machine on my YouTube channel. I've been talking about in great length. It's the media that's driving the EV craziness. Right. They're convincing people this is the answer to your problems, and it's not.
Well,
to me, it's more about the technology and the fun factor. And that was Kevin, wasn't it?
No.
No, it.
Well, ride the wave then. If the media's pushing it, take advantage of the media, of the market while it's hot. If the media is pushing it.
This will be a weak project.
Yeah. Stamp.
What's interesting is, so the silver, I think the black looks better.
Way better.
But here's the dilemma. Here's my really badass F250 truck that, that's just a beautiful truck. Look at that truck right there. I don't know. All right, how crazy am I? I don't know. I like this blacked out package. It looks pretty good. But boy, oh boy, Jesus Christ. Yep, I'm crazy. I know I'm crazy. I get it. There's some other F-150 Lightnings. Let's see what's up front here. The frunk. Now, let's see if the guy put the supercharger station up here. He did not. So that guy probably had it delivered to his house. That's the regular charging station. So that's interesting. We'd have to find that. That would be very important. And I gave mine back. So that would definitely be a kind of a thing. I'd be like, okay, well, is it underneath here? I doubt it. It's a big box. Yeah. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, just leave. Just leave. Leave. I know, but here's the thing. I need this truck, but I don't. Yeah. Yeah, well, eat my own words. So see that truck there? Yeah, well, guess what I just did? I hear ya. Well, it looks like I'm going to own another F-150 Lightning truck. Maybe watch my channel and be like, are you kidding me? You just got rid of your F-150 Lightning truck. So, yeah, I know. I don't disagree. I mean, borderline, I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy. So here we go. And for me, it's like, oh my gosh, just turned the windows out, did the window, you know, put the nice bed rug in, this won't fit either. So I gotta literally go out and buy a whole new bed rug. I don't think I'll do a bed rug in this one because it's already spraying bed liner. I really do like that bed rug, but debatable. And then the roll-up tonneau cover. So yeah, you're probably saying, this is just nuts, man. What the hell are you doing? Yeah, I hope I have the freaking key to that hitch. Yeah, so this doesn't have the max tow. This has the extended range, which that's a good value. And max tow, yeah, why do I need that? I mean, we've already been down this road. Yeah, I hear anybody watch my channel, this is beyond believable. Does this make 21 vehicles? Yeah, so okay, but here's the thing. We'll talk more about that in the truck, but now it's time to start changing stuff out. Jesus Christ. What? Yeah, woe's me, right? Oh boy. So here we go. Letting go of one thing for another thing. So this thing here is going bye-bye. You know, could you even imagine? Just think this through. You can imagine I just parted with all my Super Duty vehicles. I no longer have any Super Duty vehicles. I'm now down to the two F-150s, the Lightning and the Raptor. And now I'm to the Ram heavy duty series. Oh my gosh, you said a week ago, this would be a week ago, this would be playing out? There's no way. I mean, I know it's crazy, but more than ever, these vehicles just have such value that I'm on the page where, okay, keep it a little while. If I want to flip that, I probably can. I don't know if I'd make 20 grand off of it. I don't know. That's very debatable. I would say if I shipped it to another state, but I'm on that page right now. But today, I just want to get my F-150 Lightning back. And I did tell people in my other videos that, you know, that I kind of have a regret of letting go of that F-150 Lightning. I did to a degree, but let's see what the numbers are. And I've already cleaned it all out. I've already taken out everything in the other truck to this truck. So now I got another project truck. Go do a bed rug, a roll up, I don't know. Never did tint the windows. So on my other F-150 Lightning, and who would ever imagine I want a black one? So, oh my goodness, wow. Oh, here we go. They can't find it. It can't do 30-day tag. Since that's a used truck, this truck just came in. The guy they bought it from, they haven't even paid off the loan for the guy that bought it. So they can't get it. They can't give me a 30-day tag. Oh my gosh, is that a warning signal? Should I be worried? And here the day is, it's 2:30. Oh my gosh, here's our Lightning. Here it is. That's me, right? Yep, that's me. So redoing the front. Yeah, it's crazy. And if you watch the channel, like, you just gave up an F-250 Tremor for a Lightning truck. Yeah, frickin' hypocrite. Aren't you the guy preaching about how... the guy preaching about the green agenda that's cost everybody so much frickin' money? Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you straight up. I'm not about the green agenda as far as saving the world. I'm about technology. I like to change up a ride. And now they got two Cummins heavy-duty trucks. Do I really need a third heavy-duty truck? That's kind of why I'm kind of, you know, making this decision. There's my GT. See that? Oh boy. I mean, oh my God. Beyond believable. Yeah, I know. People be reaching out and going, it's called the Hypocrite Channel. It ain't called Ice Age TV. This guy's preaching about how EV vehicles are doing more harm than good, but yet the guy goes out and buys another EV vehicle. Yeah, I hear ya. But hey, at least I can talk the facts of owning them and knowing the realities, right? So yeah, I told you coming over here would be dangerous. I told you I should have had the salesman just drive the F-250 Tremor truck, you know, to my house. And, oh, here we go. We got the freaking Waze thing talking to me. Yeah, I mean, I know. I get it. I know who I am. And I know when I go to a car dealership, there's something there I want, then guess what happens? Usually I end up freaking getting it. That's the challenge. dangerous times. For who? Me or you, right? Or all of us. So yeah, here we are. But, you know, sincerely, after I got rid of that F-150 Lightning, I mean, I did miss it. I mean, yeah, I can pick out I can critique vehicles. You know, it's just who I am. I just drive around them all the damn time, and I can nitpick them. You hear that through my conversations when I talk about driving my cars. So, yeah, I'm back in F-150 Lightning, and yeah, you know, at the end of the day, though, they kind of did do some massage in there to make the whole deal go down. So I got a pretty good deal on this truck, and I'm not going to be able to go, per se, and give it back to them and have them write me a $20,000 check. Now, if I want to get creative and try to sell it my own, yeah, it's possible. I could get 10, 20 grand out of it. I don't know, but that's not really the focus right now. The focus more is that I kind of came to closure that I just bought 2 Ram Cummins heavy-duty trucks, and to have 3 heavy-duty trucks, I just can't. It just doesn't really make any sense. But if you look at my collection of cars, does anything make sense? I get all that. So I'm back on the EV revolution, you could say. You know, for me, it's more about the technology. It isn't about me buying this truck thinking I'm going to save Mother Nature. That's my whole point that I try to convey in my conversations. I like the idea that manufacturers are bringing technology to the marketplace. I don't like the idea that world governing bodies are telling the manufacturers what they can and can't do. That's where I think the mistake is. And just like anything, you should be able to have your flavors of what you like and don't like, and your options to get what you do or don't want. Versus, as we know through especially my Elon Musk conversations, you know, it's like, yeah, you're the guy that's hell bent on the electric car, you know, movement, and you're the guy complaining about inflation. Well, yeah, it's because the agendas want to see higher price energy from fossil fuel products to make you go buy an electric vehicle. That's not the driving force for me. I mean, all sincereness, if I had to only have one truck, you know, the Cummins Ram 2500, the 3500, the Ford F-250, you know, whatever, that's what I'd have to have, because this is not a vehicle that you can go use on a road trip. I've already shown those videos. It's not a practical truck if you're having to use this for like everything all in one. You know, so no way for me. Now, if you're not doing towing, you're not doing a lot of traveling, yeah, I mean, this truck works. I've had those conversations as well. But for me, I just kind of thought, you know what? You know, I like that F-150 Lightning. Hell, I just spent a ton of money of wiring up my barn shop, my mother-in-law's house, you know, to only for what? I'm not using it like I used to. So, and then the guy that works for me, he drives my Mach-E every day, but I think that's the better overall vehicle to kind of work out. But here we come up in these really horrendous road, and driving that F450 over this morning, that was just brutal. I mean, that truck's just brutal. So here we go. So this truck here, you know, the biggest thing you notice in this truck, you can feel that big, heavy battery pack, but these things just have such incredible torque and instantaneous power. So here we go, and I'm in the normal mode. I'm on the sport mode. So now we're gonna start hitting all these, you know, highway bumps, and you know, this is where when you buy a truck from this location, and it's a pretty stiff suspension, you start feeling really quickly. And this thing here, I mean, it is eating up the bumps. I mean, for the most part, it's sucking everything up. Just crazy, really. You know, what's also crazy is I've got another F-150 Lightning, the antimatter blue coming in, but that thing is taking forever. I ordered that thing back in June. It was supposed to be a high priority, customer favorite, dealership priority to get built. It still hasn't happened. So we realize or not, even though anybody watching my channel will be like, well, yeah, man, you're talking about all this EV talk. Yeah, but I own 2 Mustang Mach-E electric vehicles. You know, I owned an F-150 Lightning, but now I'm back into F-150 Lightning. But here's the thing. I had another F-150 Lightning on order, so I'd have one again, whether my guy that works for me takes it or I take it or whatever. The guys back at this dealership are saying they have a hard time believing guys are getting $140, $150 for these things. They're not. They think that story's fabricated. Well, I guess the only way you figure it out is you throw the truck out in the marketplace and you see what happens. But for the moment, I'm not going to do that. That's not the agenda, so I've got myself really a brand new truck. I mean, basically, this is a brand new truck. The guy that ordered it, he only ordered for one reason, and this is going on a lot. And, even I did it. You order it, you drive it. This guy barely even drove. This guy, I bet you this guy drove this thing 60, 70 miles. If even that, because here's the thing. If I remember right, when my Lightning came in, I think they test drove those, and I'm pretty sure that thing had a decent amount of miles on it before I even picked it up. So this vehicle may have had 67 or 50 miles of just test driving time where Ford really wants to make sure these things are right before they ship them out. I can't exactly remember. So this person truly may have driven this truck home, parked in his driveway for a week or two, and then started thinking to himself, I'm going to drive it right back to the dealership and they're going to pay me some money. I don't know if they paid the guy 10 grand. I honestly have to say that I don't think they paid him much more than 10 grand. And what you have to think about is this. This is the danger factor. If the guy bought the vehicle for $80,000 and he paid 5% sales tax in Maryland, that's $4 grand. It's 84 grand plus dealer processing fees at 85 grand. Let me tell you now, they just sold me a truck for $95,000. So yes, I paid 15 grand over, but you have to think that through. How much did they pay this guy? So the guy, my guess is they paid this guy 10 grand over. So the guy got 90 grand. He didn't get 95 grand. They paid him 10 grand over MSRP. Now, state of Maryland, I don't know if you can claim a refund when you sell a vehicle to get a refund tax back. That would be pretty cool if you could. You can't do that in Virginia. So if he could, then the guy did okay. But I don't think they gave this guy 20 grand. I don't know how they gave this guy 15 grand, because I just told you, I'm not embellishing here. They let this truck go for 95 grand. They wanted 108 for it. Then we got it down to 100, and then I negotiated a deal down to where basically, get the whole deal done for X amount of dollars, and that's what they did. So, I don't know. It isn't really any of my business, but they got a nice F250 Tremor out of me, and they'll make decent money out of that truck because they gave me decent money on it, but they'll make 10 grand out of that. And for the record, for all the vehicles I've given these guys over the last 30 days, for all the vehicles I've given them, at the end of the day, they've made a healthy profit off of my cars. So in the back end, you just know that the gentlemen are like, what, this guy here is feeding me a lot of cars, he's making me a lot of money, and okay, so we make X amount of dollars off that vehicle, it's fine. This guy's always coming back. So I think that's more of that, his relationships. But anyways, yeah, for anybody out there, don't hate me too much. I get it. I get it. Some people watch my channel, but be like, oh my God, this guy's just so out of control. Yeah, I know. I don't disagree with anybody. I told you before, I'm a wild man. I know that. And it's wild times in the car market as we get my glasses on here to cut down the sun. And now I go to my cruise. Let's go to my... This is where it's really cool. I did kind of miss that. And here's your... And does it have the... Does it have the Blue Cruise? But is it activated? So I don't know. It just depends where it's mapped. Is what it's come down. I can already tell. I'm not feeling the lane assist. Oh, here it is. Okay. It's on. Okay. Good deal. All right. So now, the question is, does this thing end up mapping? So there's a car pulling in front of me. And I'm not, but I don't know if you have to go into settings here. Then you have to hit a button. I've been out of the loop for a while. Now, this is the Lariat. Package. So hit OK. So now we're on the hands-free. All right, this is where it gets to be a little freaky, and the truck kind of knows what you're doing because it's got the radar sensors built into the front of this truck. So here's one over here. See that? So there's one over here. There's one over here. There's even one up top there. So three cameras are now watching my activities in this truck if I'm paying attention. So basically it's saying right now, what are you doing? Is this guy nodding off? Is he looking at the road straight ahead? You know, so it's watching all those things. I mean, it's a great feature. That Ford F-150 tremor truck I had, it's crazy on how that Ford F-150 tremor truck went full circle. And some of you be like, what do you mean went full circle? Well, what I mean by that is I traded truck. I didn't want to trade the F-150 tremor truck for the Lightning. I finagled a deal back in early summer, and we got the F-150 done Lightning with no trade. Then the daughter saw the F-450 truck, and she got really excited, so I let the F-150 tremor truck go for the F-450. Well, here we are. We're borderline back to the F-150 tremor truck. It's not the tremor, but it's an F-150 truck that's got the technology that the F-150 tremor had, being the Blue Cruise. So it's crazy on how literally I've gone full circle on back to an F-150 truck, you know, similar to the tremor kind of package. I mean, connect the damn dots. Anybody watching my channel, if you can even keep up with it, you heard my dad earlier. He has no clue of any cars I've purchased. Even the dealership here can't even keep track what I've bought. Yeah. So, yeah, right. I get it, man. I get it. So now, you know, here comes the tractor trailer racer. What's up? How aggressive is it get? So the truck did a decent job of not being radical on that truck pulling in front of me. See that? Look, it's catching me. See, I was blocking the sensors with my phone so it couldn't see my face. All right, the truck gets bossy, and I'm so glad this truck has extended range. If it didn't have the extended range, I wouldn't get it, because I think down the road, it's funny, if you watch the steering wheel here, you know, the truck's kind of knows the road, but it gets a little freaky. You know, it definitely gets freaky. I mean, if you don't have that hand within reach, you're kidding yourself. It is dangerous. I've talked about this. Going down the road, and you get comfortable in these trucks, and yeah, I mean, that F-150 tremor, that truck on long road trips, it was so easy to nod off in that truck. Wish this thing had the massaging seats, but you have to go to a whole other level package, a platinum package, and which gets this thing goes from 80 grand to like 92 or 96 grand. So it's just too pricey. I can really feel the heat on these windows. It's a black truck. What's crazy is now I've got a lot of black vehicles. And I've got the black Raptor. I've got the black Ram 2500, and I got the black F-150. So it kind of went from the white vehicles to the black vehicles. You know what I mean? You can really feel that heat. You know, anytime you have a black vehicle, you can feel, you know, the heat, because it's just a black colored vehicle. The lighter colored vehicles in the sunnier, hotter environments, the better vehicle to get, even though it's pretty amazing in the hot environments how many people have black cars. Yeah, I know. It's redundant conversation. I hear everybody, but oh my gosh. If you're following my YouTube channel, you know, what do you say? What do I say to anybody? Yeah. I'm sure they're like, yeah, man, Jesus Christ. You're all over the place. Yeah, and that's the thing. When you have as many cars as I have, you always have a tool to play with to get something else. Yeah, I mean, that's the danger. It's just that. You know, I always have a tool to swap for something else. I'm sure some people are like, you need less tools. Yeah, you don't have to do that, you know. I hear you, but once again, the Ram trucks, I'm kind of going back to the Ram truck. I'm going full circle. I talk about it all the time. I'm a guy that sells something and just buys back the same thing. What I just do? I just sold my Lightning truck, and what have I done? I've bought it back. I mean, is anybody figuring this out? And those guys were all laughing when I said, oh, the next time I come back to dealership, I have to go back and give them the second key for F-250, and they have to give me my official 30-day tag. I don't have a 30-day tag because of the registration won't work because the truck's not paid off from another guy owning it. So, you know, it'll be, I said to him, oh, next time I come back, you'll have a Hellcat Charger red eye, wide body, sitting here, and I'll be like, oh, here we go. This is so crazy. the truck truly right now is just kind of like the truck is drunk. I mean, literally, the truck is kind of like driving left and right. You know, I mean, it is, like I say, it gets a little freaky. So yeah, I'll go back to the dealership and I'll have a Hellcat Red Eye wide body Charger. And now that I've said that, what do you think they're up to? I mean, sincerely, what do you think those guys right now? I guarantee you, they're making phone calls looking for a Hellcat wide body Charger. You know what's interesting is I was telling the guys back there the GT500 Mustang's done, and an individual there was kind of like, he doesn't believe it. He doesn't believe it. He's like, who cares? Big deal. I'm like, I don't get that type of response. You've got a unique car is done on production, even though they claim they're getting a few more GT500s, which, yeah, I believe that, because the production for the 2022 models hasn't stopped yet, but it's coming down, you know, to the end, and they're supposed to get another Heritage Edition. I can't wait to see that come in and see what value they put on that car. And so tomorrow apparently is the big Detroit Auto Show where they reveal the S650 new Mustang series, and you know, and their speculation is that the GT500 conversation won't even happen. And their other speculation is, this is an individual, is that there'll be something bigger and badder than GT500 down the road anyways, which, you know, I don't deny that. But, you know, that's not, I don't think you're going to see that for 3-4 years. But then what's the price for it? You know, and if it's so badass, yeah, you're in the $200,000+ range. I mean, I don't know. I mean, who knows? It's beyond believable what's going on in the car market and the pricing. Yeah. How do I know? Yeah, look at me. Yeah, so anyways, you know, the whole point is, here I am, you know, back in another F-150 Lightning, and that's my habits. I sell something, and then I second guess myself, and there you go. But once again, the GT500 Heritage Edition, that was only done, that deal only came down because of me giving up the F-150 Lightning. So that's something a lot of people don't know, is, for me,
police reported a hit.
You know, that those numbers made that deal make sense, and for other things to happen as well. Here's a good old on the roads. The truck is doing what it's supposed to do. Oh, we're coming back in, getting closer to home. What another adventurous day, right? I mean, come on. If you watch my channel, can you honestly say there's not an adventure every day? I know everybody thinks I'm a nut job. I don't get, I mean, I get it. If you watch my channel, that guy's crazy. Yeah, whatever. Are you thinking about the guys that are 6 feet under that used to do crazy things? I talk about this all the time. There's people living in this world that are no longer here that had challenges in life. Do you think about them anymore? I mean, it may have been your father, friend, somebody you knew personally. You may relate to that more, but overall, everybody had their challenges in life. They're 6 foot under. We don't think about them. We think about ourselves. You know, it's so cool though for me. I mean, I know I'm blessed. I get it. But I'm crazy too, because I'm spending a lot of money that most other people wouldn't spend, and I get that. I have faith and hope in the end I'll be all right. But I'm spending a lot of money to play with a lot of different vehicles, and that's my point. For me, it is so cool to be able to drive this type of vehicle here, but then I was just thinking to myself how cool that Ram 3500 truck is with that badass exhaust pipe on it, and that's been my challenge my whole life, is I get bored of vehicles and I want to drive something different. So for me, years ago, I thought, well, hell, yeah, don't laugh too much. Hell, if I had like more vehicles around me all the time, I wouldn't be getting rid of vehicles as much, because I'd always be changing up the ride. Yeah, well, I guess that theory didn't work out too well. It turned into, I just have a lot more vehicles to flip and turn and get something else. So, you know, the whole point is, when I drive this electric vehicle, it's nothing in comparison to an ICE vehicle. It's nothing. It's nothing. I mean, it's just radically different. Like right now, I'm getting into it. Yeah, do you hear anything? No. I mean, so, but that's what's the beauty of it for me is I get to go jump in my Raptor, and I get to hear that exhaust note. It's a totally different ride. I get to jump in that Ram Cummins 3500, and that thing's just a totally different ride. And I can jump in the Mach-E Mustang, and that's a lot of fun, actually. I think it was pretty fun. But then I can jump in my GT500, not the Heritage Edition, my Magnetic. It's a whole different ride. Then I can jump in my Hellcat Red Eye Challenger wide body, which I haven't even. I mean, today would have been a beautiful day to drive that, but yeah, okay. Well, I had to get back to that 450 to the dealer, so you knew how that was going to play out. So I'm just trying to radiate back that these electric vehicles, there's a lot of hate towards them, and I get all that. And I've voiced that the last few days that the green agenda. Yeah, I wonder why everything's so expensive. Yeah, I get it. But I know a lot of people can call me out and say, well, you're just supporting the agenda. Well, for me, it's more about the experience to own different vehicles. It's not about me. And think about this. If I was the green agenda guy, would I have just purchased a straight pipe 3500 Ram truck? So, hey, for the record, for bonus points for all the green agenda people watching my channel, which I don't know if there's many. It's Ice Age TV, not EVH TV. Yeah, I wonder when somebody's going to take that name, right? So, or should I just take it right away? So, what I'm saying to you is I wouldn't have, the diesel straight pipe truck and all the other muscle cars and Ice Age vehicles I have if I was all, fixated on electric vehicles. All you'd see is an electric vehicle channel promoting electric vehicles and how they're going to save the world. That's not my channel, to me, is more diversified, and that's what I think I try to radiate back to anybody who watch my channel. I'm trying to keep an open mind in a lot of different, vehicles, and to me, it's like one of my car forums. A guy, I posted this morning that GT500 has been, no longer built. And here's a guy that's never even owned a GT500. He's never even driven a Mustang. And his comment is, good, I won't miss it. It's kind of like, what's that about? I mean, I'm not going to get into argument in my car forum with people about stuff. But I mean, sincerely, how you won't miss it? Well, how would you even know to miss it? You never even drove one. I mean, what is that? I mean, to me, that's just a very narrow-minded individual. And yeah, if he's watching my YouTube channel, hey, I'm telling it the way it is. If you posted to me that you had some favorite vehicle you liked and it was going away in production, I posted, I won't miss it. How would you feel about that? And then that person would be like, well, did you ever own one? No. Well, then what reference do you even have to that? It's a waste of time. It's just a derogatory comment towards the competition, which just really irks me about people is you want competition. I mean, how idiotic are you? You really want one company to make everything? I mean, Elon Musk would like to have that. Elon Musk is heck bent on him being the dominant electric vehicle maker. Yeah, he'd love that. But it doesn't do anything to make you something better. You want competition. You want Ford, Chevy, and Dodge to be at each other's throat. Because if they are, you're going to win in the end as a consumer. If you haven't figured that out, I think you need to go back to preschool. I mean, oh my gosh. So just really, to me, it's just really bad how we live around people that get this attitude that only one brand's the answer to all the car and truck and SUVs. Yeah. Well, anyway, so anybody watching the channel today, I'm sure you're as stunned as I am. Or I bet you some people early in the videos like, oh, here we go. I'll be blown away if this guy's posting a video of another different vehicle coming back home from that F-250 Tremor. And sincerely, I wasn't really fixated on the F-150 Lightning truck, but I just really kind of came to closure that I'm ready to, for right now, you know me, I'll be back in the F-250 series Super Duty Ford truck, right? I don't know. It's debatable, Right now, I'm kind of now mixing it up because right now I have 2 Ram trucks, full size, and now I have 2 Ford full size trucks. There was a day when I had a lot more. So it's hard to believe that how many vehicles I had about a little over a year ago. I mean, wow. Yeah, so I do have less vehicles. But the challenge now is I've got a lot of big ticket vehicles. Yeah, this stuff ain't cheap. So anybody, thanks so much for watching my channel. I'll be curious to see the comments after this one's posted. I'm sure people like, you freaking hypocrite. Yeah, you know what? Does anybody do this? I mean, sincerely, who do you know that's bought 21 vehicles so far in 9 months? In 9 months. Who do you know that has bought 250 vehicles? I'm sure I'm now, in my lifetime, 250 purchases in my lifetime. And I'm not talking about the celebrities and the Jay Lenos. I mean, I'm not Jay Leno. I was never a Jay Leno fan. When Johnny Carlson or whatever retired, I was never a Jay Leno. I just never was really into Jay Leno. So, that's me. But yeah, he's got mega money to have mega toys. So I wonder how many cars he's purchased. I'd be interested to know. How many cars did Jay Leno purchase in his lifetime? And how many has he purchased in 1 year? Did the Ice Age man outdo him? Alright, stay tuned for more adventures. The kid was like, what? Yeah. My daughter is like, what? You bought a... She's not into electric vehicles. So just for the record, yeah, the kid, my daughter, does not like electric vehicles. She doesn't want anything to do with it. So just keep that in mind. So she was not excited. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching Ice Age TV, and I'll be sharing more video time coming your way with more adventures. Oh, the dog's what drive you nuts. Fall down the stairs. Oh, like lock me down, This is pretty classic. As I catch my arm on the. So the guy that works for me, he did the exact same thing I did. And that is, he forgot to plug in the car last night. I talk about this in my videos. That you forget to plug these cars in. Yeah, I forgot to plug my wife's car in. I mean, literally. Last night, well, no, it wasn't until I woke up this morning and I said to myself, oh, golly, I forgot to plug in my wife's car. We have backup vehicles, obviously, right? But I mean, she drives a Toyota 4Runner. But I'm telling you, a huge problem in these EV vehicles is you forget to plug in the vehicle. That's a huge problem. And we're doing 150, 200-mile days. Now, for my wife, she goes like 90 miles one way, but she only goes in 2 days, 3 days out of the week. For me, this is a constant battle. The EV age, right? The aggravation age. Hey, little girl. Come on, little girl. Well, it's the old say goodbye. Time to drive this over to Kuhn's Baltimore Ford. Jeez. Yeah, who would ever dream this? I mean, sincerely, whoever thought back in this, when I got my kid this truck, that this would be the end result. I mean, and I can honestly say that had the Ram trucks not come into Kuhn's Baltimore Ford, this truck would still be looking the way it did yesterday, even though my kid, I don't disagree. The truck looks really good with all that other stuff on it. Yeah, that was the Adventures of Florida, right? Yep, let's hear her start up. Watch her not start, right? Battery. What's that battery thing all about? I haven't seen that before. Yikes. All right. These seats, though, are so uncomfortable. I can't stand. I hate these seats. I hate them. I hate my body posture, how it pushes you out. It's the worst. I guess the guy that had this truck wanted big lumbar support, and he convinced the guy to put in this extra padding in the seat. I mean, I just hate it. There's no way I could work on this truck. I mean, there's no way. Yeah. The hate, right? The hate. I'll probably pay dearly for wearing these bright glasses. Kind of overcast, but then yet it's not. Hopefully my F-250 has my other dark glasses, because I'll probably get to Baltimore and be like, why the heck did I wear these? Right? Yeah, the look. People make fun of me on my car forums of the uniqueness of my look. I just changed out to my summer boating shirt. It's kind of cool up here. There's no way it's 81 degrees out. I can't believe that. There's no way. This thing's saying 81 degrees out? There's no way. I mean, it's cool up here. that time of the year, and here's my neighbor that runs up and down this road. He's pretty consistent guy. He's been doing this ever since I've lived here. But I've watched him progress like most of us. He used to run by here like a young man, and now it's kind of just, he trumps along. There he is. Yeah, it's hard to believe, you know, he and I are aging, right? Yeah, so now, after my Tuesday morning Elon Musk beat up, I wonder if Elon or anybody's going to call me out on my YouTube channel. You know, I wonder if somebody will pass on my, yeah, the odds are that I'm a flea in the Sahara Desert. It's not going to happen. I think it'd be funny if it did. Yeah, this guy's got a channel called Ice HTV, internal combustion engine. He's telling me I'm the problem. I think that would be pretty incredible. Yeah, that's like I say, it ain't gonna happen. Now I better put the window up because it's getting way too much noise. So now, you know, it's always about the conversations, right? You know, if like you were hanging out with me in a truck right now, you'd be sitting next to me, and we'd have some type of, you know, rhetoric going on. So for me driving this F450 back to dealership, like I was just telling you, if you watch the videos, I mean, sincerely, deep down, I get it. Even for me, you know, I mean, this is a cool truck. And my daughter was so excited about this truck. I mean, I was there, and she was just so excited about it. So I get it. I mean, even for me, it's kind of an emotional moment for me, being that my daughter really, you know, loved me getting her this truck. And it's a dually. She just loves the dually trucks. But yet, she's got that same challenge in life that I have. And all of a sudden, you find a better vehicle, and you dump the one you thought was better than that. This gas guy makes a bloody fortune, and that the whole area here, it's a fight between the antique store and the guy that owns the gas station. I'm getting something to eat. The adventures continue.
What'd you do now? What they talk you into now?
Oh, it just doesn't. It doesn't end. It just doesn't end. The adventures. Did you hear that Julia got a nice Ram 2500 black truck?
She sent me a picture of something on the weekend, a black truck, and I never saw any details, and I couldn't make out, but I thought that's what it was.
Yeah. She talked me into buying a black Ram truck by accident last week, going by. It's a typical scenario. I go by the Ford dealership. They give them keys back to my truck that I sold them. I had an extra set of keys in Tennessee for that fancy truck that I went down there and I found the extra set of keys. So I had to give them an extra set of keys. So while I'm down there at the dealership, I stumble upon a nice 2015 Ram 2500 truck that has just come in on trade. And, you know, when it's all said and done, I didn't trade anything. I own a used 2500 Ram Cummins diesel mega cab truck with 83,000 miles.
83,000.
Yep.
Wow.
Now, what do you think? What would be your guess of what they would want for that truck and the price? What would be your guess?
A 2015?
2015 Ram truck that's in excellent condition, no history of issues, and it looks like it's brand new. I mean, it looks like it's brand new. You wouldn't even know. You'd think that truck was brand new if I just drove up in the driveway to show it to you.
I don't know, what, 25?
Double that number.
You gotta be kidding me. Hold on just a minute here. Your mother's got to tell me something here. No? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Yeah.
So I just paid $49,500 for a 8-year-old truck.
Good heavens.
With 83,000 miles.
And you feel like you got a good deal, right?
Oh, I think it's worth 45, but to get the deal done, to get the financing, I got to go through those guys. So You know, I mean, it's whatever. You know, at the end of the day, yeah, whatever. It's me who buys and sells cars all the time. So now get this. So I bring that truck home, and that was on Thursday. And now Julia is just loving that truck. So now I left my F-250 Tremor truck there to get service, because that's what I drove over to, you know, give him the keys. And so now I leave that truck there, but now Friday morning, Julie and I got to buddy up and drive back over there together in the black Ram truck, and we'll pick up the F-250 so we can drive it back while she drives back the black truck. Well, when we go over there, sure enough, here's another Ram truck that just hit the lot. That's a Ram 3500 2014, and it's just a beautiful looking, really good looking truck. Well, to make a long story short, I end up buying that truck as well. Right? So, but here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. Julia loves that black Ram truck so much that she wants to drive it. And I'm like, but I didn't buy that truck for you. I bought it for me. And so now she's fixated on this black Ram truck. And I let her drive it before we got to the dealership to kind of see how she could handle the truck. So now she's like, well, get the white Ram 3500 truck, which is more my style truck. It sits lower to the ground. It's just more my style type of truck. And I'm like, okay, but we got to give something up. There's no way I'm buying another truck. We got to give something up. So Julia agrees to let go of the F450 white truck we had in Florida at your house.
Yeah.
She agrees to let that go in place of her having the Ram 2500 black truck as I trade the F450. Yeah, so on Friday, we end up trading out. Well, here's the dilemma. The white Ford F450 had a warranty recall on the truck. So that truck was down at Kuhn Sterling Ford in Virginia. So I didn't actually even have that truck to trade in. So they had to do some warranty work on it. And it wasn't until last night that I actually picked this truck up. So now, so we had to bring it back home and take apart the fuel tank and the box. Remember all that adventure?
Oh yeah. Right.
So now I had to take all that stuff out of this truck in order for me to trade it in. He's not going to give me any money for that damn stuff. So we spent yesterday evening going down to Sterling and getting the truck and then taking it apart. But then sure enough, I could tell Julia was like really kind of bumming that she's giving this truck up.
I wondered about that.
Yeah. So then last night, I'm like, well, you know, here's the reality. You gotta eventually come to closure. You gotta give something to get something.
Yeah.
So, well, she already knows it's water under the bridge, but she claims that the black truck is really her more favorite truck, and the white one, you know, which I'm taking to the dealership right now. So I'm driving right now to Kuhn's Ford, Baltimore, to drop this truck off to pick up my F-250. My F-250 truck is still there from last week.
Oh.
See, I don't
know how you keep up.
Yeah, so I never brought that home as we drove the Ram 3500 truck home. So that Ram 3500 truck I bought, it's got a straight exhaust on it, so it's a very loud diesel truck.
Wow. Wow.
It sounds like a tractor trailer truck.
Yeah.
You know?
I can imagine.
Yeah, so now Julia wants that same setup on that truck. She wants to be the coal burner. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I wonder where she got all these addictions, right? Where did this all come from?
I don't know. She's in deep jeopardy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Gee, Dad, thanks. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah, the upbringing. You wonder why your offspring are unique or different, right?
Yeah. And why they get more so.
Yeah. Just look in the mirror, right?
Yeah, right. They're multiplying.
But now here's the challenge. Is now I'm driving back to every time I go to Kuhn's Baltimore Ford, I end up coming back home with something different.
Yeah.
So
It
here's
doesn't have to be that way.
Oh, I know that. So here's the challenge. I'm going to roll up this F450 to get my F250 truck, which they want to buy my F250 truck outright from me. Which if I had any brains, I would sell it to them. Just eliminate another debt. But I'm not that smart, so it'll probably end up happening. They'll probably have some unique vehicle sitting there in front of me where I'll end up driving home, not the F250, but something else.
Yeah.
Hey,
I wouldn't say it's not possible.
Yeah. Hey, how many cars? This is crazy. How many cars do you think I've bought so far this year now?
Oh, this year?
Yeah, just this year. What would be your guess? How many cars now I'm up to?
About 6, 8.
Dad, 6 or 8?
Yeah.
20.
Oh, that's 3 a month.
It's 2. It's 2.5, 2.25 per month.
Wow.
Who do you know? Who do you know that's ever bought 20? And Dad, this is what's so funny. I was talking to the salesman over there at Kuhn's Baltimore Ford, and we were talking just about what we said. And he's like, yeah, that's been a heck of a year for you. I said, but the year's not over.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. How many people do I know? Oh, I'm not in the habit of befriending crazy people.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. What did you raise? Where did this come from? Is it Uncle Jack? Is this Uncle Jack? I mean, good Lord.
Could have been, although he was into horses, tractors, and trucks, not cars.
Could you imagine if your dad was alive?
Oh man, I wouldn't tell him. I wouldn't tell him.
What did you raise? What did you raise there, son? What have you created?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who are you going to blame for this?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. I think I should go down the Guinness Book of World Records of being I'm not talking about being the LeBron James of the world has billions of dollars to go buy 20 cars any day of the week. I'm talking about the average working guy who's ever bought 20 cars in less than a year's time.
I don't know any. I have to admit, us dealers, no. I don't know how you keep up with them.
Yeah, me either.
Plates and registration, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, insurance.
I don't know. Well, that's what I said, insurance and registration. Yeah, you name it. In your case, you got the inspections there.
Yeah, well, I can only hope that Uncle Davey's got a plan to help out on that Ranger.
I wouldn't hold my breath yet. But
yeah, you mean the projects have been stalled?
Well, that whole boat issue is becoming a real pain.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about? His boat or your boat?
My boat.
Yeah. What's going
my
on?
Boat.
Well, the gel coat in the bottom.
Well, getting that set up to be repaired. That's they haven't got that scheduled yet. And then they had to move us to a different cradle because the guy damaged the cradle when he damaged the boat. So they got the thing sitting up on a cradle so high David can't get on it without, the short step ladder doesn't work. On the short step ladder, he has to stand on the top very top of the step ladder to step onto the boat. It's up so high.
Wow.
So, he's fussing about that. Wants me to get him to move it to a shorter cradle. Well, okay, see what I can do. But at any rate.
Well, did you ever tell Jim? Did you ever give Jim a piece of your mind?
I did.
Really?
Yeah. I told him the amount of time we got this boat tied up waiting for repairs and having repairs. I said that, it's been about a month of time of storage fee. And I'm not going to deal with that stuff much longer. I said, your lift drivers are damaging these boats. He didn't say much. He was kind of quiet.
Yeah. Well, so what came from all that?
But, well, nothing so far. That happened 2 days ago.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, and now we gotta get another new battery because the boat wouldn't start the last time we tried to go out. It wouldn't even start on parallel. The guy had to bring a surge power unit down and took it down and clipped it on the battery, and that got us started. But so that battery that runs the port motor just doesn't have it just won't crank anymore.
Yeah.
So we got a new battery there. But it's 5 years old, so I guess we shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so-
right now, you've replaced one of the 3 batteries. Now this will be second of the 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it worthwhile just replacing the other 2 and put it to bed, or just wait?
Well, we just replaced one, so like 2 months ago. So, but the house battery's in good shape yet. It tested good under load.
Hey,
So it's still good.
you
But
watched-
the Franklin batteries.
You watched that Dallas game, right?
Yeah, most of it. Yeah, I did.
Boy, Dallas looks pathetic.
What'd you say?
The Dallas Cowboys look pretty bad, or Tampa Bay played phenomenal.
But I think Tampa Bay's defense has really come up. They've really improved that secondary, but Dallas's defense was good too. They're a big line. That defensive line is a big line. Dallas's.
Well, it helped Brady from many. It was all field goals.
Right.
Oh, he got one touchdown.
Right.
They got one touchdown out of Evans.
Right. And
Right.
that was an incredible catch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so do you think, odds are Tampa Bay will probably go to the playoffs. What do you think?
Well, I think so. If Brady holds up, I think they will. They can, and they got a couple good running backs there now, and their defensive secondary has been improved, and they look better. But Dallas's defense is good. You can't you can't say too much bad about the Bucs offense, because that Dallas defense is good. Even the analysts were saying that.
Right. How's the Ford Maverick running?
Oh, good. What do you think it's worth?
Oh, every bit of what we paid for it.
I hope so. I hope.
Why? You
I
want
think
to
it is
Why
too.
you want to get rid of it?
Oh, I don't know, Gary.
I get rid of the Hyundai.
We only got one. Well, I'm thinking of going down to one car.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't. I always said I'm on a 2 in case I got one tied up. Well, that's pretty expensive for one. You've got one driver, and I don't know whether your mother sent you anything yesterday, but yesterday I took a scheduled eye test, and I was convinced when I went in there I wasn't going to be able to meet the driver requirements. So in fact, I lost sleep over that. kept thinking, boy, what if they tell me I got to surrender my driver's license tomorrow? And then what?
How often do you have to go and have
And,
your eyes? How often do you have to have your eyes tested now?
They got me on a 6-month schedule.
So you hit 90 years old, they put you on a 6-month schedule?
Well, it all depends upon the individual. But annually, you'll be required annually to, once you're 80, you're required to, provide a proof of eye, on your eye examination. You'll qualify.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you passed, right?
Yeah, I did. Thank goodness.
Yeah, so you got 6 more months of driving to Starbucks.
Yeah. Yeah. Hope and pray for 6 months more. 6 months.
Then
more.
I'll have to send Julia. Then I'll send Julia down there to drive to Starbucks every day.
That's right. I was thinking of telling Julia, you got to come down here and be my chauffeur.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Then you can sit in the passenger seat and scream.
That's right. I might sit in the back seat and scream.
Yeah, but then you can scream like, "Look out! Look out!"
Yeah. Yeah, I almost missed that. But not quite.
Yeah. Right. All right. Well, I'm getting close here to Baltimore Ford, and what do you got? What do you got on your agenda today?
I don't know. I'm waiting for your mother to tell me.
Oh, wow. Well, don't sound so happy.
Yeah, I'll quit taking those happy pills. Okay, Gary. Well, keep me informed. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Out here, too. Okay, buddy.
See you later. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's my dad, who's 90 years old, and boy, I tell you what, I can only hope he can keep on driving a car, because that's the passion. I talk about this all the time in my videos, that we are so connected to our cars. It's our life. It's our lifestyle. But yet, more than ever, the transition of the evolving change of mankind is trying to take that away. Yeah. I mean, more than ever, the movement is to not even mass transportation. It's remotely working at home. It's have all your goods delivered to your house. The list goes on and on and on. But for my dad, that's a huge, happy thing for him in his life, is being able to get up in the morning and to go somewhere. Because, he worked his whole life. My dad worked his whole life. I mean, my dad's father, he and my dad used to deliver milk, back in the day. And my grandfather, he was a self-employed guy like I am. And, he had different businesses throughout his life. And my dad, kind of like my daughter helps me in my business a lot. But my dad was, getting out of bed at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So my dad, his whole life, has been in a routine of every day getting out of bed and going and doing something. And that's huge. And that's what's sad, is once you retire, if you're not really structured and you don't have things that really excite you to go do, it's very dangerous for people to retire. And then what do? That's challenging. A lot of people don't want to retire for that reason. All right, we're getting close here. Keep you abreast as we get close to the dealership, and what happens then, right? Yeah. Can't get the dang thing to... Here she is, Coons Baltimore Ford. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just a regular Charger. That's good. Right? Mach-E. Uh-oh, right? Yikes. And over there. Yikes. Just look the other way. Just don't look. Ooh. What are they doing here today? Looks like they're cleaning up all the concrete work. That changes the dynamics of things, doesn't it?